Welcome back to the Beauty Lab podcast. I'm Velia, and this is my co-host, Monina. And Monina just recently went to a skincare show in Long Beach, right?
Yep.
And, we both totally nerd out on our fields of work, but the whole time she's there, she's like, oh my God, Velia, exosomes, PDNR, NAD. And I'm like, I don't know what any of that is. She's like, I'm just going to bring you back a bunch of stuff. So we're here. She's back, and she's ready to explain what all of those letters I just threw at you even mean. Welcome to the Beauty Lab podcast, your drive time resource for all things beauty, health, and wellness. We're your hosts and favorite beauty nerds, Monina and Velia.
Join us as we debunk myths, explore the latest trends, and dive deep into the science behind your favorite products. We'll interview industry experts and answer your burning beauty questions in 30 minutes or less.
So, Monina.
Yep.
How was the show?
So fun because I actually haven't been to a skincare show in a couple of years, and then when COVID hit, there were no shows, and then everyone tried again, and it was just like really boring. Like nothing new. There were barely any of our favorite vendors, things like that. So it was really disappointing the last one I went to. So going to this one, I was really excited because there's a lot of new stuff out there.
Well, yeah, and even like hair shows. Hair shows are like so much more fun in real life, and now they're trying to do all of them on Zoom. They're still doing this.
I know. It's not the same, guys.
No, it isn't. Not even remotely close.
Please bring it all back. Yeah, so I was really excited to see a lot of new vendors and then some of our favorite vendors coming back.
Yay. Okay, so you were bombarding me with all these things when you were gone.
So many
assuming
things.
I'm way smarter than I am. So can you explain, let's start, what are exosomes?
Okay, so I'm going to try to break all of these down into simple forms for you. So the best way to explain what exosomes are is they're extracellular vesicles that are excreted from stem cells and every other cell in your body.
Oh.
So in the past, scientists would see these, vesicles and just ignore them. And then we've come to find out they're actually really, really smart messengers.
Oh.
So think of exosomes like they're tiny mail carriers.
Okay.
So your exosome is it's like an envelope. So it's protecting the messages and protecting things like your protein, your lipids, growth factors, nucleic acids. So nucleic acids are things like mRNA, so stuff like that, right? And it's basically delivering messages to the surrounding cells and telling the cells how to behave.
Okay.
So that's all the rage right now. And as a matter of fact, every single booth that we went to had their version of an exosome.
Oh my God. So they're the 2025 version of when Brazilian Blowout first came out, and every vendor was
selling something.
Was doing a keratin treatment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
So so it's basically a way to communicate to the surrounding cells how to behave, what to do.
Okay, so exosomes are our little messenger friends. So we've decided that they're our friends, right?
Yes.
So what is the science behind them?
Okay, so I'm going to try to make it really unscientific as far as language. Here's a metaphor. Think of your skin cells like coworkers in the office.
Okay.
And in the office, your exosomes would be the Post-it notes or the email that you're sending out to everyone in the office, telling them, okay, here's the instruction on how to start repairing damage, or here's the instructions on how to create more collagen. It'll also signal for wound healing to start and regeneration, and it'll help with anti-inflammatory responses. So all the good things that you want your skin to do.
Okay, and so how are they being used in skincare then?
Okay, now that we aren't discarding these little exosomes, now that we know that they're packed with great communication skills basically to all the cells, now they're using it in serums and things that are easily put onto the skin topically, because now we're able to use other modalities like microneedling, microchanneling, and when you apply the exosomes onto the skin first and then you microneedle, it actually penetrates and goes down deeper into the skin, into the fibroblasts where we want the communication to start happening, because that's where all the enzymes and everything else start, is within those fibroblasts.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
So what are consumers noticing then, like when they have this procedure?
Okay, so some of the benefits and what we're seeing is, like I said, it does signal wound healing.
Okay.
So faster recovery for in-office treatment. So if you just underwent like maybe a peel or a laser, they'll actually put the exosomes on there to help cut down the time on the healing.
Oh, wow.
And then also we're seeing improvement in pigmentation, skin texture. So someone like me who has a lot of scarring, that's definitely something that I'm already incorporating into my daily use as well. And it improves pigmentation, and your skin texture just, it's like a miracle, because like your skin is being told how to regenerate and fix all of those problems.
Wow. Are exosomes something that we're using ourselves at home, like in a moisturizer or something like that? Or is it just something you can get when you're having a facial done by someone who's been trained properly?
That's a great question. So let me answer that two parts. So first part is this type, when you see them in these little vials like this, because we want to do something like a microchanneling, which is something you come into my studio for, we use these little nano pens, and we usually put little microfilament tips on here, and what we'll do is we'll actually put this all over the area we want to treat, and then we use the nano pen to drive it further down into the skin. So obviously this is something you can't do at home.
Right.
You want a licensed esthetician to do, but to further the treatment, yes, you can do something at home, and they can be in the form of this mask.
Okay.
Which is, these are actually have exosomes in the face mask, and what you do is they've got these little pink balls, and you press it to release the exosomes, and then you put it on your face.
Oh, that's fun.
And I brought this back for you.
Yay! Yay! I get a E50 exosome mask.
This is from Korea, and
How fun.
I was really excited because they were one of the newer vendors, and it was because he said they usually don't come to the normal skincare show. They're usually at all the medical shows.
Oh.
Yeah, so we felt pretty excited to have them there. And it was really funny, too, because he told us that it was way more fun at the skincare show.
Right. Not so stuffy.
Not so stuffy. And he just loved the enthusiasm that we all had, because these are things that we can do in treatment, right, in our own studio. And for me, skincare has evolved to a point where you're getting results. It's not just a foo-foo little facial that you come in for the head, neck, and shoulder massage, which you still get.
Right.
But you're coming in for serious problems, and now we have the technology to actually deliver for you guys. So
yeah,
it's
that's
been great.
awesome. Okay, so that's exosomes. Anything more about exosomes?
Well, that was pretty much it as far as exosomes. I just wanted to make it really simple for people to digest. But it is the newest, hottest thing out there. So if your esthetician has access to this, which they probably do, because like I said, everybody had it, please talk to them, though, and see if they've been trained on the delivery system, whether it's microchanneling, microneedling. Make sure that they're certified in that, and then that they're using the exosomes in their treatment room. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well then let's move on to PDNRs. What is a PDNR?
All right, so PDNR is short for, let me make sure I can get this, it's polydeoxyribonucleotides, and they're basically extracted from salmon DNA.
From salmon?
Salmon.
Oh.
Yeah, and what we've found is the salmon that we're using in PDNR is very similar to our own skin microbiome, so it's easily accepted into the skin. So anytime you put something that's recognized by the skin on top of our skin, it's easily penetrated and easily accepted into the skin. Yeah, and so a little bit of the science behind that is our DNA is an instructional manual for our cells, right? So PDNR provides little fragments of that DNA, which encourages the skin cells to repair and rebuild more efficiently.
Okay.
So that's why the PDNR are so effective. They act as a scaffold or a signaling molecule to help with repair and rebuilding of the surrounding cells. So you can also think of PDNR as like almost like a backup copy of your own natural DNA into your skin. So.
Okay, and so why are PDNRs trending then? Like what even like brought this on with PDNRs?
Yeah. So of course, I wasn't surprised. PDNR were being first used in Korea. So the K-beauty, right? We talk about K-beauty all the time. What we found is PDNR injectables. These PDNR injectables that are called Rejurin, which was an actual vendor that we ran across, and we spent some time with them talking to them about it. But this has been used for anti-aging services in Korea for a very, very long time. And right now in America and Europe, we're starting to see topical versions of it, and now in creams and in different types of serums. So, yeah.
And what are some of the benefits? And how do they differ from exosomes, and like why would you choose one over the other? To me, as someone who knows nothing, it sounds like they're kind of similar.
They're very similar, except the exosomes are more of the instruction manual, whereas the PDNR is the actual thing that's going in there to help improve hydration, because it actually binds water. And so it's a great moisturizer, so it improves hydration, it really reduces oxidative stress, increases your elasticity, evens out your texture. It's also really great for people with very sensitive skin or post-inflammatory skin conditions like acne, or if you just did some type of a laser procedure. This is really good to put on there to help with the inflammation and things like that. So it's very healing, as well. So they have similar properties. They almost do the same thing, except one is more the messenger and telling them what to do, whereas the PDNR is actually going in there and doing the thing.
Okay. Yeah. One's the boss and the other one's the worker.
One's a worker, exactly.
So what are the safety and effectiveness in using PDNR in facials?
Yeah, so like I was saying, in Korea, they've been using this for quite a few decades, I believe, for more medical use because of its good wound healing effect. And that all that clinical studies has been around before they crossed over into the skincare category. So there's lots of clinical studies and medical clinicals to back it up, to show that it is safe and efficacy is there for sure.
Okay. Is there anything else about PDNRs that you want to add?
Actually, this was a metaphor that I've been told to help you understand what a PDNR is. So if your skin barrier was like a brick wall, PDNRs are like delivering fresh brick mortar to patch up the cracks in the brick wall. So that's what PDNR do. So they actually go in there and fix the cracks, fix the fine lines and wrinkles, hydrate the skin, do all the things that we want it to do.
All right. Well, I do have a couple more questions for you, but before I ask those, I just wanted to take a moment and thank you all for hanging out with us again today. Don't forget to please like, share, and subscribe. It helps our show so much, and we really, really, really appreciate it. Okay, last but not least, because you threw all these acronyms out at me, what is an NADT? Is that it?
Well,
NAD?
I think it's plus. It means plus.
NAD+.
Yeah, and I don't really know why there's a plus there, but it's short for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide.
Which just that.
It's just that, but what was interesting about that is it's a coenzyme in every cell. So you find it in every cell, and basically NADs, what they do is they turn food into energy, and they help keep the DNA repairing itself smoothly. So think of it as if your skin was a smartphone, if your skin cells were smartphones, NADs would be the battery.
Okay.
To keep it going, yeah.
Okay.
And interestingly enough, as we age, the levels of NAD start to drop. So it's like our phone's not holding its charge any longer. So that's why we want NADs, because they kind of keep things moving smoothly and like keeping that charge, like our phone, would want. Because every time our phone starts to die or we lose charge, right, it's not operating as well. So our skin cells are the same way, and we need that energy or that battery pack, basically.
So what do NADs do? What are the benefits? Why do we want those?
Yeah. So with NAD, they actually come in two forms. So the topical NAD is a precursor for niacinamide. And we all know how much we love niacinamide. And they're used to support energy production in the cell. So it helps with collagen synthesizing, DNA repair. We also now have them in supplements as well. So now you're giving your boost of energy in your body from the inside out. So yeah, NAD comes in creams, and mostly creams. I haven't seen it in a serum yet, and then in the supplements as well. And you guys all know how much I love niacinamide, because it's my go-to serum, because it does everything, right? It helps repair the barrier, reduces redness, inflammation, and balances out the oil. So that is a precursor for the NAD.
Okay.
So we already know how effective niacinamide is, so we then, of course, then know that NAD is going to be just as effective.
Wow, no wonder you were like barely responding when you were there. You were just getting inundated with much information. I can't even believe. I know you can probably talk for 30 minutes about each one of these things, and perhaps we need a deeper dive, because I feel like I'm barely scratching the surface of even understanding what some of these things are.
And actually some of this stuff isn't even out yet. So once we do get them out, I'm going to be start incorporating it into my treatment. So when we do, I'll do a deeper dive as far as like what the procedure is like, and some before and afters. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
To kind of see.
Yeah. Any last thoughts? Any final thoughts?
So for me to recap, maybe because there was so much information, let me break it down to you this way. Exosomes are your messengers for skin regeneration. PDNRs are salmon DNA. They help to repair and rebuild.
Okay.
And then your NAD is your energy booster for aging skin.
Okay. Well, that was more simple for sure.
Okay. I'd like to do a deeper dive on these, because we're starting to see a lot more benefits that are starting to happen now that more and more estheticians and med spas are starting to incorporate a lot of these different items into their treatments. So yeah, I would love to maybe revisit some of these. Do a deeper dive.
Definitely. Okay. Well, thank you for all of that. Thanks for sharing everything. Well, parts of things, I guess, that you learned. And thanks for my mess. I'm so excited. I can't wait to use this. How long do I leave this on?
Well, they said minimum 45, but if you keep it on for an hour or more, that's even better. So maybe before you go to bed.
Okay.
And then just leave it on. But just remember, you want to push those.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. That's my favorite. Okay. Well, thanks again. Thank you again for listening. I'm Velia.
I'm Monina.
And until next time, keep experimenting with your beauty routine. Okay.
I know. It's like how fast we actually push the button.
Oh my gosh. It's also like so weird to like not know where to look anymore. Like, I bet the last one I'm going to be like, okay.
All right.
Ready?
Okay. Thanks. Okay. I can't remember where to start from. So that's what those look like. And oh my gosh, I don't know why I keep losing my place. Let's just
okay.
Where should I start again?
Exosomes are derived from.
I'll just say in this one. Okay. We'll start from here. Yeah, I don't remember what I went through.
Just saying this one's for you. Before I ask that question?
No, because I like that.
Okay.
I like that. So we'll just say, so we gave it to you. Jen, wherever I stopped, and then let's go back, and I brought this.
I don't know. I think so.
Sorry.
I think so.
Incorporating it into anti-aging surface. Let me go back to that. Right.
Okay.
Let's go back to. Oh man. So, I hope there's enough in there for her to cut and put together.
Like, I bet the last one I'm gonna be like.